Hello beautiful people. Now today I didn't know exactly what to film. I'm kind of going through that stage where I'm running out of ideas. So I was having a conversation with my two friends. Don't know why I just went like that. And Ryan and Stefan, basically, you might have seen them on this channel, you might have seen them over on my vlogging channel. Link is down below to that, by the way, so you can go over there and subscribe. But yeah, and I was talking to Ryan and Stefan and said, I really don't know what to film, I really need to film something for this week, and Stefan came up with the genius idea that I film a top 10 awesome rides in Blackpool video. A little bit of a mouthful, but that's okay. So this is very last minute, as he literally told me the idea about half an hour ago. And thanks to Ryan as well, because it kind of was Ryan and Stefan's idea, just mainly Stefan's idea. But you know, thanks guys if you're watching this for the idea. And this video probably won't be one of my best, as this video is actually going up on Tuesday and I'm filming this on the Monday, so if this goes wrong I have no time to refilm it or anything like that. So sorry if this video is crap. And yeah, just want to say thanks for 80 subscribers, well, over 80 subscribers. That is honestly so crazy. I know it doesn't seem like a lot in this kind of like day and age in this generation, but 85 people is a lot, and that is a train going past, but we're just gonna ignore that. So thanks to everyone who subscribed, it really means a lot to me and I love you all so much. So yeah, right, let's just get on with the video. Haven't really got a plan for it, I'm just gonna wing it. Okay, let's do this. So, top 10 rides in Blackpool. Now I think most of them are gonna be in Blackpool Pleasure Beach. But there is one ride outside of Blackpool Pleasure Beach that I really love, so I'm going to be talking about that ride. This is in no particular order, and this is just what I personally think. This is my own opinion, you might think completely different to me, and let's just get started because that was a really long intro. So the first ride I want to talk about is obviously my favourite, my baby. Literally ridden this 31 times now. It's the big one at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Now the big one is my all-time favourite coaster, and I know a lot of people judge me for that, but I don't really care, because I feel like you are allowed to have your own opinion, and I just love the big one. I don't know what it is about it, I just love it. So yeah, a lot of people judge me for that, but you know what, I don't really care because I love it, and I'm a wimp when it comes to rides, so for me to love something of that scale is actually pretty good for me. So, you know, don't judge. Yeah. So the big one is the UK's tallest coaster. It's 235 foot high, and it's one of the steepest roller coasters in Europe, because obviously I can't speak. Because of that first drop, it is like so steep, so you know. And yeah, I don't know what it is about this coaster, I just love it. It goes at 85 miles per hour, is it? No, well it says, I'm just looking at my poster over there, it says over 80 miles per hour, so it goes pretty fast. And for the UK to have something of that scale, I think it's actually really good, and I don't know why people don't like it as such, or they make snarky comments about it saying that it's a monorail and all that, but you know. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It looks beautiful off-ride, it looks so gorgeous, all lit up in the dark. It's my baby. I rid it on my 16th birthday. Rid it? Is that even a word? Rode it? I rode it on my 16th birthday? I don't know. But yeah, I'm just looking at my poster with that first drop going down. It's just making me really want to go to Blackpool Pleasure Beach right now and get on that thing. The one thing that I will say about it though is that if the weather is crap, the big one might not open because of high winds. The big one can't open in high winds because like gravity will pull it back and all that, so you know, that's the only kind of one thing that I don't like about it. It's just kind of potluck when what day you go and what the weather's like. But there's only been like, I've only been to Pleasure Beach once and the big one has been closed. But then I went there the next day and the big one was open. So, you know, it's just luck really. But hopefully if you do go to Blackpool Pleasure Beach and you are hoping to try the big one, hopefully it will be open for you. And just keep checking back because it can open at various times throughout the day. So, you know. So yeah, the first one is the big one, my baby. And yeah. That's all I've got to say about it really. I don't really know what else to say. I got over my fear of this on the 8th of February 2015. I know it sounds really sad that I know the date, but I got dragged on it by Theme Park Worldwide, who are my favourite YouTubers. I'll link them down below. But yeah, like Sean and Chris and Lee and all that dragged me on it, so yeah, I got over my fear of that and I'm so glad they did because now it's my favourite coaster. It's a steel mega coaster, which is what I'm reading off my poster over there. Manufactured by Aerodynamics, is it? I know the word arrow is in there somewhere. And yeah, I just love it. I love it a lot. Okay, so the second ride I want to talk about is Avalanche. Now, Avalanche is a roller coaster and this is 100 foot, I think. I don't actually know a lot of facts about Avalanche, but it is like my second favourite coaster and I absolutely love it. It's kind of like a bobsleigh style coaster, if that makes any sense. Look it up basically. But yeah, Avalanche, I absolutely love Avalanche so much. My brother dragged me on it on my birthday actually and I just fell in love with it. I wasn't actually that scared of it. I don't know why I just didn't ride it before, but now I'm so glad that I've ridden it and I love it and my brother loves it and it's just the best. Not exactly the best coaster there, but it is one of the best coasters there and it's an old classic and I love Avalanche. I feel like it's very unique, like there isn't a lot of coasters like that out there in the UK, like at UK theme parks, so I feel like for the UK to have something like that is really good. Yeah, I will say that it doesn't last very long. Like, I think the longest I waited for Avalanche is about half an hour and it's basically as soon as you get past that lift hill, it's basically over, because it only lasts about 30 seconds. So, you know, so I will say that I wouldn't wait any more than half an hour for it because it is only like a 1 minute ride. But having said that, I absolutely love it. I love how fast it goes. The restraints can be kind of painful. Not painful in like a bad way. They just kind of dig into my stomach a little bit, but I don't mind that because it's over quite quickly anyway. And yeah, I just love the speed it goes at. It can feel quite dangerous, like it can feel like the train is gonna fall off the track, but it's not. It's completely safe, trust me. And yeah, I don't know, I love Avalanche. I don't know what it is about it. It's all like twists and turns. And when I first went on it, when I was like queuing up for it, I did think that it could kind of give me a headache and it could make me feel a little bit dizzy, but it doesn't. And I was so surprised about that because I'm a person who gets dizzy quite fast. So that's a bonus. And yeah, Avalanche, I like it a lot. The next ride I want to talk about is Big Dipper. Yeah, Big Dipper. Most of these rides are roller coasters, by the way, just gonna throw that out there. But yeah, the next ride I want to talk about is the Big Dipper. Now this is another ride in Pleasure Beach, obviously, and yeah, I love Big Dipper. Again, got dragged on it by my brother on my birthday. And you know what, the first time I rode it, I wasn't really the biggest fan of it. I'm not the biggest fan of wooden coasters, which might come as a shock to some of you, because I know some people like swear by wooden coasters. Like, people love wooden coasters, and people are saying that we might get one at Alton Towers. I don't know if that's true or not. We probably will. So I know that a lot of people are very happy about that. But yeah, I'm just not, I prefer steel coasters basically. I'm not the biggest fan of wooden coasters, but the Big Dipper is actually one of my favourites. The only kind of wooden coaster that I would ride before I went on Big Dipper is Blue Flyer, because it doesn't last very long, it doesn't go very high, it doesn't go too fast, and it was actually quite smooth. It wasn't like rough. That's the only thing that puts me off wooden coasters, is the fact that they're kind of rough. But yeah, the very first time I went on Big Dipper, I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but I don't know why, I just really wanted to ride it again. The first time I went on it, it was very rough, it was very bumpy, it was very kind of jolty, like it jolts you around quite a lot depending on where you sit. That's what I found out the second time I rode it. It all depends on where you sit on the Big Dipper. So yes, the first time I rode it, I think I sat in the middle. Yeah, I think I sat in the middle, kind of on the first or second row in the middle car. It was so rough and so bumpy. But then the second time I rode it, I actually sat more near the front, and it was so smooth that time, like so smooth. I was so surprised. So yeah, Big Dipper, it's great. It's like, is it like 92 years old, 93 years old? I know it's over 90 years old, which is crazy. Just got an email. But yeah, that's like crazy, the fact that it's still running after 90 years. Obviously it has like had some refurbishments made to it, and it has had some changes made to it, but obviously you would expect that for such an old coaster. So yeah, Big Dipper is actually now my favourite wooden coaster. I really like it. The only thing I don't like about it is obviously it depends where you sit, and when you get right to the top of that lift hill, I think it's like 65 foot, is it? Something like that. When you get right to the top of that lift hill, if you're kind of sat on the inside, I want to say, if you're kind of sat on the inside, I think it's the inside, then when you get like to the top and you're going around that corner, like that big diamond that basically says a Big Dipper across it, it just makes me feel like I'm gonna fall out, even though I'm not, and I know that I am perfectly safe. I feel so uncomfortable because you're right on the edge and it's so high up, but the views are great. Oh yeah, that's another thing about the big one actually. The views are so nice. Like you can literally see all over Blackpool. When you go on Big Dipper, you can see all over the pleasure beach. I think it's so good. And yeah, Big Dipper. And I love the drops as well. The drops are insane and they are great. Okay, what do I want to talk about next? Okay, sticking with the theme of wooden coasters, the next ride I want to talk about is Nickelodeon Streak, my second favourite wooden coaster, I would say. Nickelodeon Streak is the orange wooden coaster in Nickelodeon Land, and does Pleasure Beach class that as a thrill ride? I don't know if they do. I would mainly class it as a family ride, just because it isn't too thrilling, but I wouldn't say that it's for like little children, if you know what I mean. Just get that bit of hair out the way. So yeah, I really like Nickelodeon Streak. The first time I rode this, I was pleasantly surprised because I thought that it was going to be really bumpy, it was going to be really rough, and I thought I'm not going to like this, I am not going to like this. Got off the ride. Let's ride it again. I friggin' love this coaster so much. It doesn't make my tummy feel weird. That's another thing that puts me off wooden coasters, is the fact that it'll make my stomach go so weird. But you know what? I kind of like that feeling now. When I first started to ride rides and all that, I didn't like that feeling and I just hated it so much. But now I actually really like that feeling. So yeah, and I always say on a coaster, if you don't like it, just scream, and once it's over, you never have to do it ever again. And if you do like it, then great, good for you. But yeah, Nickelodeon Streak is really good family ride. It's kind of thrilling, but not to a point where it's like so thrilling, kind of like the big one thrill, if that makes sense. It is basically just a smaller version of the Big Dipper. It has kind of all the same, not all the same, but like it has kind of the same amount of drops, and obviously Nickelodeon Streak doesn't go as high because it is in Nickelodeon Land, so it kind of is classed as a kid's ride. Depends how brave you are, I suppose. But yeah, I really like Nickelodeon Streak. I think it's a really fun ride. It isn't too bumpy. It's not as bumpy and as rough as Big Dipper. I don't think it really matters kind of where you sit on Nickelodeon Streak. It will just be smooth and really fun wherever you sit, really. So yeah, Nickelodeon Streak, basically a mini version of the Big Dipper. So if you're kind of like me and you're not too brave enough to go on the Big Dipper, then try out Nickelodeon Streak and then go on Big Dipper. That is the one advice that I would give. If you're not up to kind of riding wooden coasters and you're not really used to it like I was, then go on Nickelodeon Streak first and then go on Big Dipper. Trust me, Big Dipper is just a bigger version, and Big Dipper is better, I would say, but Nickelodeon Streak is more fun. So, you know, it's personal preference. All of these rides are so personal preference. A lot of people probably don't like these rides. A lot of people probably love these rides, but these are the rides that I personally love. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Okay, oh my god, I've been recording for 17 minutes. Good. Okay, what number am I on? Big one, Avalanche, Big Dipper, Nickelodeon Streak. Okay. Okay, the next ride I want to talk about, and ride number 5, halfway through, is gonna be a flat ride. I'm gonna say... I'm gonna say Wallace and Gromit Thrill-O-Matic. This is probably my favourite dark ride. I absolutely love this ride. This is a family ride, like little kids can go on this, big kids can go on this, like families can go on this. It's just an overall great ride and I really like it. The queues do move quite quickly because there's like 4 trains on it, 3 trains on it, I'm not too sure. But yeah, I really like it. It opened in 2013, I think, and I ridden it, I don't know. I rode this in 2014 because that's when I first went to Pleasure Beach, and yeah, I really liked it. It doesn't go fast. It is a dark ride, but most of it is lit up because you have all the like what is it, animatronics, is that the right word? I'm trying to be all technical and professional in these videos, but you know, I have no idea what I'm talking about. But yeah, I will say that it does kind of depend on where you sit, otherwise you'll kind of miss out on like a few of the scenes and you kind of go past something and it's already been kind of, what am I trying to say? Yeah, so you kind of go past something. If you kind of sat like right on the back row, you kind of go past something and it's just kind of dark as soon as you get there. So it does depend on where you sit, but you can't really decide that because there's only 8 allowed in a train. So yeah, but other than that, that didn't make any sense at all. But other than that, I really like it. It's my favourite dark ride and me and my brother absolutely love this ride so much. I've ridden this, I can't even, numerous times. And yeah, I really like it. I really recommend it actually. It's really good. I like it. I like it a lot. The next ride I want to talk about is Flying Machines. Now, Flying Machines is really old. It's such an old ride. It's been open since like 1904, is it, or something like that. And yeah, I like this ride a lot. I wouldn't say that it's one of my kind of all-time favourite rides, but I do really like it. I do have to ride it every time I go to Pleasure Beach, obviously. And yeah, so this ride, it isn't, I don't know how to put this, it isn't like the most reliable ride on the park. Like, it can be shut quite a lot, and every time I go to Pleasure Beach it always seems to be closed, but it opens like at midday or something like that. They're always testing it, and hopefully well, usually they seem to open it kind of midday-ish, but this ride has like a tendency to be closed quite a lot. I think it was either last year or the year before that, I can't actually remember which one. Fly Machines had a lot of maintenance going on the ride. It didn't make any sense, and it was closed for half of the year. I think it was last year actually. It was closed quite a lot, and that's because I think they were putting new rockets on it, but I'm not too sure. But they made quite a lot of changes to it. I can't really tell a difference other than the rockets, or the planes, whatever you like to call them, seem to be a lot cleaner now, and a kind of more modern, but kind of not. I don't know what I'm saying. As I said, I just planned to film this video about half an hour ago, so I haven't planned it out or done research or anything like that, like I usually would for a video. So yeah, but Fly Machines, I'm just going to recommend it. Fly Machines, it's a family ride, everyone seems to love it, I really like it, and yeah, Fly Machines. Was that number 6? Big one. Avalanche, Big Dipper, Nickelodeon Streak, Wallace and Gromit, Fly Machines. 4 rides left. Okay, the next ride I want to talk about is not really my favourite ride, but it is really fun. It's Steeplechase at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. When I first went on Steeplechase, I thought it was okay. I mean, it's nothing special. I wouldn't wait more than like 20 minutes for it. This ride has been going for quite a long time. It's been open for years and years and years, and yeah, I like it, and I would say if you haven't ridden it then you need to, because it's a really good ride. But I don't know, it's just, I don't know why, it's just not one of my favourites. I feel like I hate living near a train line. I feel like you do kind of get jolted around a little bit, and it can be quite painful. But if you don't mind that, then you might love this ride. If you try to avoid that in a coaster and in a ride, then I would say don't go near this ride. But it is worth trying out, you know? So, yeah, they have 3 tracks. Yeah, that's right. They have a yellow track, a red track, and a green track, and it doesn't really matter what track you go on. I think it's basically all the same. It's kind of like a race between 3 horses, but most of the time, depending on how busy it is, they only have 2 tracks open. They only have, oh, I forgot what order it is. I think it's the red and the green track open, or maybe it's the yellow and the red, I don't know, but most of the time they only have like the first 2 tracks open, which is okay, you know. If it's not too busy, then I understand that, but if it gets busier and busier, then they will open the 3rd track, and they're basically these horses that just race each other. And yeah, that's all I've got to say about this ride, really. It's not the most comfortable. I do prefer to sit kind of at the back of the horse, and I let my brother kind of sit in front of me. I don't get jolted around as much. But yeah, it's okay, it's nothing special, but it is a ride well worth checking out if you go to Blackpool Pleasure Beach. The 7th ride I think I want to talk about is Darby Racer. Now, Darby Racer is one of those classic dark rides. Darby Racer is one of those classic rides that you have to do. It's a must do, basically. And you know what? I friggin' love this ride. It is like an old classic. It has been around for a bloody long time, like so long. And I really like it. I don't know why, I really like it. It's not your kind of bog standard carousel, like it goes a lot faster. It does depend on where you sit on this one. If you sit more on the outside, then it goes so fast. If you sit more on the inside, then it's kind of just like a normal carousel. It doesn't really go that fast. Oh my god, there's so many trains today. So yeah, Darby Racer. Don't know where. What? Oh my god, I seriously feel like there's a wasp in here. I'm gonna call my mum. I can hear the phone ringing downstairs. Mum, Mother, this is an emergency.
Hello, the person you're calling isn't around right now. Hello.
Hi.
Well, I'm just hopping the freezer zone.
Oh, I just think there's a wasp in my bedroom and I'm filming right now and I can't get out my bedroom.
I'll have to come out for a minute then.
Okay. Mother to the rescue. Okay, I might have moved kind of positions and the lighting might have changed. There isn't a wasp in here. But yeah, I have basically a nest outside my window and it's doing my head in. And yeah. Anyway, where was I? Yes, Darby Racer. It's a good ride. I love it and it's definitely worth checking out when you are in Pleasure Beach. Go away, Stefan. There is over like 60 horses on that thing, so you never have to queue long for it. The longest I've had to wait for it is like 10 minutes. So yeah. I feel like I've gone further back. We'll be alright. Okay. 8, 9, 10. 3 more rides. The 8th ride I want to talk about is actually a kids ride in Nickelodeon Land. It's Dora's World Voyage. I actually haven't ridden this ride in quite a while actually, and you know what, I don't know why, because I really love this ride. It's such a fun ride. Little kids can enjoy it, big kids can enjoy it, like myself, families can enjoy it. It's just an overall good ride, and that song that it plays, it's so catchy. I literally went through a phase of just listening to that song on repeat and learning all the words to it. Then when I went on the rides, I would just sing along and I was so happy, and I really like that ride. That is like one of the best rides at Blackpool Pleasure Beach in my opinion, and I like it. Theming is like amazing and the song is so catchy. The water is nice and clean. You can see literally above like Nickelodeon streak, and I love Dora's World Voyage. It's just one of those rides that you just have to do every time you go to Blackpool Pleasure Beach, even though I haven't actually ridden this ride in a while. But next time I go to Pleasure Beach, I definitely will be riding this ride again, because it is actually one of my favourite rides on the park. Okay, 2 more rides. The next ride and the final ride in Pleasure Beach that I want to talk about is Alice in Wonderland. I was about to say Skyforce, but I want to talk about Alice in Wonderland because I feel like that's slightly better. There's a pesky little fly. Go away. Oh my gosh, it's get out. Anyway, yeah, Alice in Wonderland. Oh my god, get away. Filming days are fail days, quite literally, in my life. I think it's gone. I don't know where it's gone. Yeah, Alice in Wonderland. I love this ride so much. It's like a classic dark ride that you have to do. It isn't scary. It isn't too dark inside. It isn't rough. Not that dark rides tend to be rough, but like, you know, I love this ride so much, and it's such an old classic that, yeah, it doesn't get enough kind of hype around it, because it has been open since 1962, 1964, one or the other. I know that it's in like the 1960s area. But yeah, I really like it, and the fact that it's just kept on going throughout all of these years is like insane, and I think it's really good. The fact that Pleasure Beach have managed to keep this ride going, I can't say one bad thing about it. I really like it. And yeah, you do have to wait quite a while for this ride though, but I don't mind that because it's such a good ride. And yeah, there isn't really a lot more I can say about it. It's just a classic dark ride. It's great for all the family, like little kids enjoy it, families can enjoy it, big kids can enjoy it, just anyone can enjoy it, and I really, really like it. And it's definitely a ride that I just have to do every time I go to Pleasure Beach. Like, I just have to do it. I can't not do this ride basically. So yeah, Alice in Wonderland, a good old dark ride classic at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. And the final ride, I think this is the final ride. I really need to put my phone on silent when I film videos, like I really do. There we go. So the final ride, I think I'm on the final ride, I'm not too sure. I want to talk about is actually not in Pleasure Beach, sadly. It's actually on South Pier, and this is called the X Factor. I think that's why it's called. The X Factor is obviously a TV show, but it's a ride on South Pier, and it's basically an extreme, a Miami wave, that's what people call it, a Miami wave, and it just basically goes up and down. But I friggin' love this ride. I kind of went on it, I went on it for the first time the day before my birthday. I was about to say on my birthday. I didn't go on it on my birthday. I went on the day before my birthday, and I friggin' loved it so much. It does make my tummy go so weird, like so weird. But I really like that. As I said, I am kind of starting to really like that feeling. So yeah, I really liked it, and I don't know why I haven't ridden it before my birthday. But you know, people have fears, and I am getting over mine. Slowly but surely. But yeah, Extreme or Miami Wave or the X Factor, whatever you want to call it. They do have one on Central Pier as well. But I feel like the one on South Pier is slightly better, just because the operators are better. Like, the staff are so much better on South Pier than they are on Central Pier. But like, you know, yeah, the operator can sometimes take you right to the top and kind of rock you at the top, and I love that, and I love it. It does kind of jolt you around a little bit. I do see my bra strap. I do feel like I was about to say it's kind of rough, but can a ride like that really be rough? I don't know, but I really, really like it, and it's like one of my favourite rides of all time. And yeah. So yeah, I think that was 10 rides. So we had the big one, Avalanche, Big Dipper, Nickelodeon Streak, Wallace and Gromit Thrill-O-Matic, I think. What was after that? Flying Machines, Darby Racer, Alice in Wonderland, Dora's World Voyage, and Extreme. So yeah, sorry that this video was a fail. Sorry if you didn't find this helpful, useful, whatever. But nevertheless, I hope that nevertheless, I think that's the right saying. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, thanks to Ryan and Stefan for recommending that I film this video for me, because without you guys, I literally wouldn't know what to film. So yeah, this actually was a cheeky midweek video, just because I won't be here, because I'm actually going to Southend this week, so I won't be here to film a video for Saturday. So I just thought, why not film a video on the Monday, get it up on the Tuesday. If it's a fail, deal with it. So yeah, I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you are planning a trip to Blackpool, then yeah, and if you are, then I hope you have fun, and give it all of my love, because you guys know how much I love Pleasure Beach and just Blackpool in general. I like it a lot. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe, as I am so close to 100 subscribers, which is crazy. When I get to 100 subscribers, it can kind of stop there. But yeah, see you guys next weekend for another video. I was about to say at the weekend, but obviously this is kind of this weekend's video. That didn't make any sense. I'll see you guys next weekend. Bye, love you.